Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. It's the middle of the week, and it is a beautiful day here in San Diego. Early spring, the air is nice and crisp, and we've got sunshine, although I understand it's going to rain later this week, but hey, we'll take that as well. And this is in the raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. And I'm sorry, I want to sneeze. I've got that feeling, but it's not coming out, so my apologies. And so we've been talking about the topic of mi casa es su casa. My house is your house, which is a way to say you are welcomed in my home. And this is, we're taking the story of the Ark of God when it was brought back to its rightful place in Jerusalem. But before that, there was a process. And, it had been, and so the last time, the last video, we talked about that it had been stolen, right? The Ark was stolen from Israel by the Philistines, and they had taken it. And so King David went back and retrieved it. He recovered it. And so this is where we left off. The ark was returned. 1 Chronicles 13:3 says, "Let us bring the ark of our God back to us, for we have not inquired at it since the days of Saul." So it's been many years since the ark was taken by the Philistines, and Israel has a new king, David. You can read the story in the first 14 verses of 1 Chronicles 13. And so King David creates a plan to bring the ark back to Jerusalem. However, he does not follow God's instructions in transporting it, because God had given specific instructions when they built it, how to build it, and how to transport it. And, he didn't really follow the instructions. And the result is that Uzzah, his name was Uzzah, is killed by God because he touches the ark and trying to keep it from falling off the cart they were using to transport it. So they weren't supposed to transport it in a cart. God had given specific instructions on transporting it with these poles that they would slide through these rings that were attached to the ark. And the priest, certain people, not just any person, priests were supposed to carry it, and that's how it was supposed to be transported. So this man Uzzah is killed by God because he touches it. He's trying to be helpful. The ark's about to fall off the cart. He touches it, and he's struck dead. And this is where Obed-Edom comes into the story. David becomes afraid when Uzzah dies and decides not to take the ark to Jerusalem. He's like, oh, wait a minute, people are dying because of this. But he takes it to Obed-Edom's house instead. And so the ark has been returned. It was returned to this person's house, Obed-Edom, and he decided to keep it. He decided to say, yes, I will take it in. And so there was a new beginning with David and the ark when it was returned. New beginning for the people of Israel, new beginning for the ark, new beginning for the new blessings. And so just the same way, there's a new beginning in Jesus. When Jesus comes into your life, everything that the enemy has taken from you, everything that was stolen from you is returned, restored, and made new again. This means that God's presence should be restored in your life, because the ark back in those days represented God's presence. Well, God's presence is also relevant in our lives today, and it's restored in your life. Just like the ark was restored and returned, your life is restored. Everything that the enemy has stolen is restored, and God's presence can dwell in you now because you have been restored by Jesus Christ. And that's what happened when the ark was restored. Next time we will be talking about what happened when the ark arrived at this house? When Obed Edom says, "Mi casa es su casa," he says that to the ark. So, what happens? What happens to this man Obed Edom, this person who was really a nobody, so to speak? You know, he's not really anybody that is Bible famous, or he's not a character that is famous in the Bible. But what happens when the ark comes into his home? What happens when God's presence comes into our lives? All right. Well, this kind of short and sweet, but I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Have an amazing day, and we will talk to you soon.